In my hands, I have a choice. On one hand, SA, on the other hand, DSA. But I rejected those choices. Instead, I chose something different. I chose Mix. This is my review of the Edrug Mixed Mechanical Keyboard PBT keycaps. These keycaps are unique because they are a new profile. I like experimenting with new profiles and seeing what's what. I'm not the biggest fan of typing on SA, and I think DSA could be improved on. I'm hoping Edrug can create a typing profile that is a better version of DSA. These keycaps are currently sold on KBD Fans for $40. Listed on the site are 106 keys, which are the 104 key layout, a 1.75U shift, and an additional 1U row 4 app key. It looks like they're also throwing in 4 black row 1 1U keycaps in as well. So it automatically put a strike against this key set due to the lack of compatibility. No 1.5U modifiers, no stepped caps lock, no 7U spacebar. These are practically necessary in this day and age of keyboard enthusiasm. In order to move forward, Edrug is going to have to expand the compatibility of these mix sets, otherwise they'll never truly take off. The legends are all lasered and infill, which is a true shame. If you have PBT keycaps, dye sublimation is the best way to go. I know these keycaps are black and it wouldn't be possible unless they use reverse dye sublimation, but I'd rather have them started with a white or beige set that was dye subbed for $50 to $60 rather than see this $40 laser version. But for $40, at least it's not pad printed. The legends are centered and for the most part look acceptable. It's not a really obnoxious font and it's not done too thick. The at key on the two does look a bit odd. For the two homing keys, F and J, they are barred. I would personally have preferred scooped homing keys, but this is still very acceptable to me. The thickness of the keycaps is approximately 1.5mm, which is a sufficient level of thickness. One little nice change on these compared to offerings by GMK or SP is that there are no obvious sprue marks on the north side of the keycaps. They're pretty small and hidden away and can only be best seen when you turn the keycap upside down. The PBT feels smooth on this keycap set, very smooth. Although the spacebar does seem like it came from a whole nother place entirely. It's more of a matte black and for some reason you can mark it up with your nails. It doesn't even look like the same black as the rest of the keycap set. Because of a high amount of stabilizer receptacles on the bottom of the spacebar, it won't fit in my Nova Touch, but it'll work fine for other stabs. So what's typing on this keycap profile like? For reference, I've been using these keycaps on my K-Type, since the spacebar won't work with my Nova Touch. One thing I noticed immediately about these keycaps is that they look flatter than you may realize when your fingers are typing on them. They don't have much of a curve at the edges, so there's a much bigger surface area for the tops of your fingers to go through on the keycaps. This sounds nice, but the effect for me is that I feel like I'm reaching and feeling around forever when I try to find the edge of one keycap ends and where another begins. On the other hand, it's better for your form anyways to simply be more active in picking up your fingers when typing, so I quickly adjusted to that issue. The scope on the profile isn't terribly aggressive, and it's similar to a shortened SA with a hint of DSA mixed in. You don't notice the scope as much until you're reaching for the numbers from the home row. The main typing portion feels pretty good to type on with this sculpt. The gentle nature of the sculpt will probably make it a good platform for ortholinear boards and sets in the future. I found typing on my K-Type with these keycaps quite nice, and I choose a mixed set with proper compatibility over a DSA or SA set any day if I had to choose for the most comfortable and fastest typing profile between the three. The mix set isn't perfect, but it's a really good start. Give this a few good colorways and people who have ortho boards would probably really love the profile, and those who already like DSA or SA will probably like these more. At the end of the day, my hope was for Edrug to create a profile that felt better to type on than both DSA and SA. Have they achieved that? In my opinion, the mix set definitely feels better when typing on than both SA or DSA. I hope they can continue to make mixed keycaps if and only if they address issues like the spacebar being different, keycap compatibility, and a choice for either double shot or dye sub legends for future designs. Thank you for watching.